China is leading the global surge of renewables with an estimated 60% of all solar and wind projects. Building has now started on the world's largest hydroelectric dam on the Tibetan Plateau, despite concerns about biodiversity and downstream river flows involving its neighbours. And as has been well reported, China is flooding the global market with electric cars, including brands such as BYD. Joining us live now, Chinese business and economics expert Deborah Seligsohn. Deborah, good to have you with us this morning. Thanks for your time. So just given how much China emits, how serious is it about renewables?
It's very serious about renewables. And at this point, that's the largest amount of new electricity capacity going on to the grid. I think it's important to note that the new coal-fired power plants are not likely to ever be used at full capacity. Local governments want control of their own coal-fired power plants because of shortages caused by national companies a couple years ago. But we're likely to see most of the increase in electricity coming from renewables and from nuclear, which the Chinese are also going gung-ho on.
So is China doing this for the world or for itself?
I think it's doing it for both. I mean, it's become very, very serious about improving air quality, and air quality in Chinese cities has improved dramatically over the last decade, and renewable energy is clean energy. They also see incredible business opportunities, selling wind, selling solar domestically and internationally. Now they're selling nuclear power plants both domestically and internationally as well. And of course, you mentioned the electric vehicle market, which the Chinese absolutely dominate, and where the cars are fantastic.
So when it comes to producing electricity, though, how much more does it have to do from solar and wind, etc., to overlap its massive greenhouse gas emissions, which quite frankly put every other nation in the shade?
Well, it looks like they've either peaked this past year or they will peak this year. It's probably going to be somewhat of a plateau before they start to decline, but they have actually sort of reached the likely maximum amount of greenhouse gas emissions per year. They're obviously going to have to do a lot more, and that's going to take, years, as it will in many countries. But it's worth noting that the percentage of coal-fired power on the grid in China is actually less than in Australia, South Africa, Turkey, and a few other countries.
So I just want to ask about this hydroelectric dam, which has irritated some of its neighbours, including India. There are environmental concerns about it. There's downstream concerns about water quality as well. Transparency and China never go hand in hand. So is this any different?
Well, I mean, I don't know what transparency means in this case, because everybody can see this dam being built from satellite. So they know where it is and they know what's happening.
I guess the point it would be about honesty, about potential damage that it's causing.
Well, I think dams have been the most controversial of renewable energy for a very long time. And I think this is a very controversial dam. And the other environmental impacts of it, other than greenhouse gas mitigation, are worrisome. And it's also true that it's going to have some impact on river flow downstream. How much, I'm really not sure, because the area where this dam is also an area of heavy rainfall. So there's a lot of water in that area. And of course, what dams do is let water out more evenly than would in the case naturally.
Do you think it'll get done? Sorry, Deborah.
Yeah, I think so. I think if they start, they're going to do it.
Okay, it's interesting. It's a big project. Yeah, one of the biggest ever undertaken. But that's just a part of that renewable rollout, which I think is interesting. I appreciate your time, Deborah. Did you want to finish your point there?
Yeah, just that actually, otherwise, hydro is pretty flat. Most of the increase in renewables is wind and solar.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for your time, Deborah.